Hello everybody, my name is David Labby from BeaverPress, and today I'm going to showcase a new plugin called Layout Settings Extended. In this video, I'm going to showcase version 1 of the plugin, but what is Layout Settings Extended exactly? Well, it expands on the default Beaver Builder layout settings as it is now. So let's just go ahead and get started, and I'll show you what that means. So let's go ahead and activate Beaver Builder. Right now I'm on a generic page that I put together rather quickly. So let's go ahead and activate Beaver Builder in the admin bar, and in the top left hand side in the drop down, you'll click that, and then you'll see a new tab here called Layout Settings. Basically, what you're going to see now when you go ahead and click this tab, you're going to see it's going to say Layout JavaScript CSS. This plugin rewrites the tab, and now it's called Layout Settings, because when you open it up, you're going to have a lot more settings or tabs other than the default CSS and JavaScript that is still here now. So let's go ahead and start. In the General tab, you're going to see some very similar settings that you should be well aware of or well familiar with if you are familiar with WordPress. And pretty much is a page title, a permalink, featured image, your page template, post parent, and order. So you're going to be able to change all these on the fly well in Beaver Builder mode instead of going back to the admin and making changes there if needed. So let's just go ahead and do a quick demo of this. Let's just call it My Page, and you can go ahead and you can change your permalink too if you really wanted to. Let's go OK that, and we can set a featured image. Let's go ahead and do this, and let's do the phone. And we can actually change the page template. We'll do that later. For right now, let's just go ahead and save that. So what's it going to do? It's just going to refresh, and that's it. And if you go up here into the drop down, you'll see that it's now been renamed to My Page. Your permalink now says My Page up here. So everything updates on the fly. No more going back to the admin. So let's just go ahead and let's go to the layout settings again. And let's go ahead and change the page template. So right now I have a header and I have a footer. So let's go ahead and change that to a no header, no footer. We'll just do that, and let's go ahead and save. And it's just going to refresh and reload, and it's going to reload in that new no header, no footer page, or template, I should say. And as you can see now, our header's gone and our footer's gone. So pretty cool. You can change templates on the fly. So how is this useful? Well, let's say you want to have this section here as a featured image. You can go ahead and use the connection field. Let's just add a connection field. We'll use the post featured image. Click that, and let's do a large, and we'll save that. And save that. And you can see that is our featured image that we just loaded a moment ago. So let's go ahead and change it to something else. Let's edit, and let's change it to this image here. Let's select that, and we'll save that. The page is going to reload, and our featured image has now been changed. All on the fly. Again, no more going back to the admin and back and forth if needed. So let me go ahead and open up layout settings one more time. In the future versions of this plugin, we'll be adding more settings, such as categories and tags, and so on and so forth as time goes on this general page, as well as integrating with third-party plugins such as advanced custom fields, pods, and so on and so forth, so that you can change custom fields or add custom fields here and be able to change it while working within the Beaver Builder mode. And so you can actually style and update your fields as you are editing your page. So that is kind of cool. So now that we are done pretty much with the general tab, let's move on to these other tabs. And I call these like the styling tabs. So let's get started. So before I get started, I'm just going to go ahead and save this. And I'm going to import a different layout. Let's just import, let's do this, a default Beaver Builder layout template. And we're going to replace the existing layout, yes. And we'll let that reload. So now that we have a a different layout, let's get started with the other tabs, the background, the content, and the layout. So now let's go ahead and open up the background tab. And inside the background tab, you'll see a background color and a background photo. What these settings actually do will override your current theme's customizer settings. So in this case, I'm using the Beaver Builder theme, and for version 1 of Layout Settings Extended, we are only focused on the Beaver Builder theme. In future versions, we will be incorporating these settings to work with third-party themes as well. But for right now, we are focused on the Beaver Builder theme. So what this actually does, it will override your theme's settings, your styling settings. So let's go into the customizer. And inside my themes, Beaver Builder themes customizer settings, I'm on the background tab. You can find that by going to the customizer, general, background, and you'll see your background color, your background image, and your styling for that image. So right now it's a purple color for the background color, and it's this image here for a background image. So if we go back to our page, on the very bottom you can see a glimpse of that background image. So let's say we want to remove that background image just for this page. We can go ahead and we'll just remove, let's remove the photo first and save that. And then you'll see the photo has been removed, and what's revealed was the theme customizer's color, background color, which was the purple. And you can see here we have the purple showing through. This image is always going to be here. Nothing changes within your customizer, so all other pages are still going to be the same. We are just changing the current page's layout. So nothing else will change. No other page will change, just this page. This is at a page level. So let's go ahead, or layout level, I should say. Let's go ahead and open up the layout settings one more time. Let's go to the background, and let's go ahead and add a different photo here. So we can go ahead and add a custom photo. Or you can go back to the default image if you wanted to, but we're just going to go ahead and change this image altogether. Let's go ahead and let's add this wood grain one. We'll select that. We'll keep it as that. So let's just go ahead and save that. And in the background, you'll see now that we have our wood grain down here below the main image here. So we have just changed the background image. So if you go back to the layout settings, so again, you can also change the color if you wanted to. So if I was to remove that image, and let's go ahead and change the color. Let's override the theme's color, and we'll change it to green just so it stands out so you can see it. So nice bright green. We'll save that. We just remove that image, and then we replace the background color for this page only. So if you go back to the customizer, you'll see nothing's changed here. Just for this page, we overrode that customizer settings. So let's go ahead back to the background. Let's go ahead and, well, we're not going to need a color for what we're going to do for my demo purpose. Let's go ahead and we can just go set it back to the default. And let's go ahead and reselect that background image I had earlier. And we're going to fill. Everything looks good. Save that. And the background image has been placed in the background again. Okay, so now let's go back and open up our layout settings, and let's focus on the content tab. So inside the content, you'll see you'll have content color and content photo, and these override the theme customizer content settings. So if you go to the customizer content background, and we have the color set to white, opacity 100%, and there's no image for the content. So let's go back to our page, and we can override those settings. But let me save that. I want to remove this image from the row. So I'm just going to go ahead and remove, I got to remove it this way. Save that. And as you can see, it's white because the content color is set to white within our customizer, but we can override that for this current page. Let's go ahead and open up our layout settings. And we can actually remove the color altogether. And as you see, it's removed all the color, or we can customize it and set our own custom color. And let's say we're going to create a little bit of a landing page here, kind of like a sign up page just for this demo. We can set the color there, or we can even add a photo. You can set or remove the photo if there is a photo within the customizer, or we can add our own. But for right now, I'm just going to leave it like this. And we can now, I'm going to add a little opacity to that so you can see the grain through that a little bit. And let's go ahead and save that. So now we have some blue content color, a little bit of see-through opacity to it. So let's go ahead and let's change the layout. We have a full width layout, but I want a boxed layout. So for this page, I want to go ahead and click the Layout tab. It's set to default. So inside our customizer, we have set to a full width layout, but we're going to customize it to a box setting. And as you can see, the layout changes into a boxed layout. And we can change the width. Change the width on the fly, set it to whatever we want. We can change the spacing at the top. And we can also set or remove the drop shadow. It's kind of hard to see with this layout, but let me set it to white. It might jump out a little more for the demo. And let's go ahead and adjust it. As you can see, the drop shadow adjusts in the background. Let's go ahead and set it back to black. It looks better that way. So that's the layout. It allows you to convert the layout on the fly. So again, if I want to go back to full width, or set it back to I can set it to full width here. As you can see, it jumps to full width, or we can set it back to our box setting as we had before. So that's going to conclude this demo of Layout Settings Extended version 1. In the future, we're going to be adding a lot more settings for the styling to incorporate a lot more of the Beaver Builder themes customizer settings. So in other words, you're going to be able to go into, let's see here, let's open up the headings. So all these settings here, we're going to incorporate into Layout Settings Extended, so you can be able to change or override your customizer heading styles and change all your fonts, your accent colors, so on and so forth. There's so many settings to incorporate. And as we move along, we'll be adding more and more features, as well as integrating with third-party themes as well. And like I said before, in the General tab, we're going to be adding a lot more settings here, as well as integration with advanced custom fields and pods. So again, my name is David Labby. I hope you enjoyed this video. I'm from BeaverPress, and I'll see you next time. Thank you.